morning, Lansing Journal readers and subscribers. I'm Josh Bootsma, managing editor of the Lansing Journal. The Lansing Journal exists to build community by keeping people informed and connected. Today we're out in front of Memorial Junior High School, and that's because in just a few short minutes a send-off is going to be happening. This isn't a send-off for a basketball team or a volleyball team. It's a send-off to a state competition that is a science fair. There are 9 students at Memorial that have 8 projects that are going down, and they're going to be competing against middle schoolers and high schoolers from across the state in a science fair competition. Now, Memorial has never sent this many students down to state, so this is a huge deal, and the staff and the district wanted to give the kind of send-off that they deserved for this kind of achievement. So we're going to go in and talk to Miss Angela Albrecht, who's a science teacher who's going to be accompanying these kids down to state, and learn more about the competition, learn more about what kind of projects these students are doing. So we're going to talk to her and see the send-off when it happens. All right, so we're joined now by Miss Angela Albrecht.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us. You are one of the 2 teachers that's going downstate with
Correct.
the science fair students. First
Yes.
of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's really exciting.
We are very excited about going.
What's the vibe among the students that are? I assume they're very excited to go downstate.
They are very excited. They're very nervous.
Yeah.
But they are thrilled and they are excited. They put a lot of time and effort into their projects and just preparing. It's been since December, so finally getting here, they're excited to get in the van and start the drive.
Yes, I'm sure adding to the nerves is the fact that the band is practicing and things are happening here in preparation for this send-off. We don't really know exactly what's going to happen.
It is a little chaotic, but it's exciting.
That's great. So tell us a little bit about this competition. So you're going down today. Today's Friday. You're going to be competing tomorrow. What is the actual competition like? Because people go to a state basketball tournament, you know exactly what you're expecting. But what is this like?
So there are 2 sessions, a paper session and a project session where they did the trifold boards. Our students are focused on the posters. We didn't do the paper session, but there are 831 poster projects that will be there. Each project has 1 to 4 students on the project. So we are going to be over 1,000 students in the arena at Southern Illinois University.
Okay.
And so it's table lined up after table of projects. Students are going to be presenting to judges, 2 or 3 of them at the same time. They had to prepare papers of their project, but in paper form. And they'll present that to the judges, who will go and kind of break it down and look at that, break it into a rubric, and then come back and say, hey, here's what you did great, here's what you did, recommendations to change. And so yeah, they will have that time to present, probably about 5 to 10 minutes with each person. And so it's going to be a long day from 7:30 in the morning till 4:30 in the afternoon of just presentation after presentation and a lot of busyness in the same small space.
Absolutely, yeah. Can you share how we got to this state competition? So is it Memorial, and then is there a regional like there is in basketball or something?
Yeah, so Lansing did a countywide science fair where they had kindergarten through 8th grade here.
Okay.
And the top projects were chosen to move on to regional. So we had 12 projects go to regionals in March on the 18th at North Central University. And there were about 200 projects there. From that, they picked the top projects to move on to state. And out of our 12 projects, we have 8 projects going. So that is huge.
Yeah.
We, in the past, have only had 1 or 2 move on to state, so for this to have 8 projects going is amazing.
So this is the most that Memorial has ever sent to the state competition.
Yes.
Very cool. Very cool.
Very exciting, and to be able to say, like, you guys put this time and effort in and this is what happens when you do it, like that's rewarding for even just saying that you're going. And it's 7th grade through high school, and for our 7th graders, this is a huge accomplishment to be going to compete against high school students as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So speak to specifically, what are some of the projects that these students are bringing to compete against these high schoolers with?
So we have one student that was looking for optimal growing conditions for oyster mushrooms. His project and his presentation is phenomenal. He actually got a perfect score at regionals, which is huge, and he's a 7th grader. So that was like mind-blowing.
I don't even know what oyster mushrooms are. It's really cool.
It was really neat to see him doing that. We have another one that did electrolytes in plant growing as well. So using like Gatorade and a few different things
Okay.
that we have a student that did dominance of cat paws and trying to figure out which paw a cat tends to use. She tested 4 different cats, which is something that she had in her house, and she was like, this is what I want to know. And that's what really has come down to, like, what interests them. And so I know that each one of them kind of had their own. One of them did a basketball project because he loves basketball. That's like his life at the time. So anything that interests them and could give them a little bit more of like, hey, let's look into making something better or figuring out a problem. So yeah,
that's really. I feel like that achieves like a level of buy-in from the student, right?
Exactly.
Where it's like it's not just science for the sake of science,
and it's not just picking a
something that
project to be
they're
like, oh,
interested in.
I have to do this because that's what
Exactly.
my teacher told me to do.
Right. Very,
Yeah.
very cool. So you as the teacher, what was the process like in getting the kids to pick their projects? Or how are you encouraging them to do that?
So we start off asking them, what are you interested in? What hobbies you have? Of course, lots of the girls go like, let's do cooking. And I'm like, okay, well, where does that go?
Yeah.
And then the boys always like their sports too.
Yeah.
But then we also have our girls that are like, let's do soccer. And I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
now where can we go from there? So we start with the hobby, then we start generating like, what kind of question or what kind of problem can you think of, and what kind of solution are we looking for?
Well,
Yeah.
congratulations. I hope
Thank
you
you.
enjoy your time down in Carbondale, right?
Yes,
Southern
Carbondale.
Illinois. Very
Super
cool.
exciting, and I can't wait to see the send-off and
Yes.
get these kids down there to experience the excitement.
Awesome. Well, congratulations from all of our Lansing Journal viewers. I'm sure they'd like to encourage all of the students, and yeah, safe
Awesome.
trip down there. I hope it's great.
So, thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. That's right, I know you all aren't quiet. Today is a time of celebration as we cheer on our mighty Mustang achievers as they prepare to share their intellect and greatness as young scientists. I want to give special attention to our department chair, Ms. Jessica Bishop. We also have 2 of our outstanding science teachers from the 7th grade, Ms. Angela Albrecht and Mr. Noah Feldman. Next up, Josiah Carter.
Today is a great day to be a mighty Mustang! Lansing School District 158 currently hosts the longest running area science fair in the state of Illinois. This event continues to produce regional and state qualifying academic competitors. We wish our memorial scientists good luck as you depart to Southern Illinois University tomorrow and share your discoveries with the rest of the state.
This is the power of science. Anyone with talent can succeed. That's why we are here today. This is why we are celebrating this fabulous group of kids. We are all so proud of each and every one of you.
Why do we do this science fair? It's obviously for the love of science, for the love of experiments, for the love of learning. But we also know that doing science projects helps you to become better writers, better researchers. They've done that, and they've done it so well that they've been invited to show judges at the state level.
Good morning, Mighty Mustangs! On behalf of the Village of Lansing, we are so very, very proud of all of you, but especially these 9 geniuses that we have in front of us. Good luck. downstate, safe travels. And on behalf of the Village of Lansing, all of our elected officials, my administration, and the village as a whole, we wish you all the luck in the world. We want to see some winners come back here to Lansing.